everyone. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining me. Hello, I am Leonie Tusa, and I'm really delighted to be here with you this evening, right here on YouTube, as we dive into a winning mindset, how to speak and grow like a champion. And yes, welcome all secondary school students and parents, and anyone else who would be listening. In today's session, we really want to get into it and we're going to ask ourselves to be truthful with ourselves as we go through this process here. And I want you to think about what we are discussing here this evening. So, once again, I am Leonie Tusa. I'm a master life coach, and I am here to help you develop the mindset that will take you through, your next level. I work with secondary school students to help them gain clarity, confidence, and build consistency, right? So I know you just finished your midterm examinations. You would have gotten your results. Yeah, you would have gotten your results. And here's what I want you that you can start with a winning mindset from today. All right. Um, you can do it. You can make it happen. You can change. You can navigate whatever your results are to improve on it. All right. So before we dive into it, let me know in the comments where you are coming from. Which part of the country, which part of the world you are hailing from. And and let's go. What's one subject? Just tell us or share with me one subject, or you could write it down, one subject area in school where you feel stuck. Just drop that below there for me. Just drop a line there. Tell me which subject it is. Yeah. Also, if you are watching live, I want you to type growth in the comments. All right. I want you to type growth in the comments. And if you are looking at the replay, I want you to type replay so that I can come back and, say hello and connect with you and that sort of thing. All right. Let me just check something here. Yes. So let me know. Let me see here. Okay. Lovely. Right. So here, let's dive into it because we are talking about a winning mindset today. And why we want to know why having a winning mindset matters. Now, let me tell you something. Let me share this with you. You must have a burning desire to succeed at your schoolwork. You must have a burning desire to succeed at your schoolwork or any other activity that you are engaging in as a teenager, as a parent, or even anybody else who would be pursuing anything at all in life. All right. So let me ask you this question. Do you want to win? Do you want to pass all your examinations? Do you want to be successful? Good evening, Douglas, and thank you for joining us this evening. Yes, type in the chat. Do you want to be successful? And if the answer is yes, can I tell you, you already have something that is powerful that you're starting with, and that's that burning desire to possess it. Now, I want to tell you this, right? Even as a teenager and sometimes as an adult, and we're being real here today, we may not always be certain about what we want to achieve, but I know for sure many of us know where we do not want to be. Yeah? Yes, you want to be successful in your goal. Great. And that's something powerful. That's an excellent starting point. But for some of us who are not quite certain of where we want to go, I am also certain that you know where you do not want to be. And that's a start. That's a start as well. Again, I remember as a teenager, I didn't always have it together, but I figured it out along the way. All right. But one thing I knew for sure is that I wanted a better future. And I know you would like to have a better future as well. Yes, you would like to have a better future as well. So the thing about it, because I wanted to have a better future, I had to change the way I was thinking. I had to change some activities that I was involved in. I had to decide what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. And you are going to have to do the same thing as well. All right, you're going to have to do the same thing as well. And I just want to read a little something here for you from Think and Grow Rich Every Day, all right, by Napoleon Hill. All right, and what he is saying here, and I want to share this with you. All right, and sometimes we do this. You may complain that it is impossible for you to see yourself in possession. And he's talking about money, but you may find yourself, it might be difficult for you to see yourself in possession of your subjects or whatever you want to achieve before you actually have it. And this is where he says the burning desire will come to your aid. The burning desire will come to your aid. If you truly desire, whether it's money or to pass your subject so keenly that your desire is an obsession, you will have no difficulty in convincing yourself that you will acquire it. So once you have that burning desire to achieve that goal, whatever your goal is, you are going to have no problem whatsoever in convincing yourself that you can acquire it. And that brings me now to another point that I want to share with you about. And thank you for all of you who are coming in. I want you to, indicate where you're coming in from. I'm talking about having a winning mindset today, how to think, speak, and grow like a champion, because all of us in this room, we are champions. We have greatness in us. And you owe you to really get that burning desire and decide what you really want to achieve. All right, so we spoke there about that burning desire. All right, we spoke there about that burning desire. All right. Now, he goes on to say, and I want to share this with you, to succeed, you must choose a definite desire. Place all your energies, all your willpower, all your effort, everything back of that goal. So you're backing everything that you have to that goal. Stand by your desire until it becomes the dominating obsession of your life, and finally it becomes a fact. So yes, that burning desire is the main key, because it is that burning desire that is going to help you start shifting that mindset of yours. Some areas of our lives, we have some areas that are fixed mindset where we say we cannot achieve something, we think it's impossible, but we're going to have to start changing that language. Once you have that burning desire and you're on fire for what you want, you are going to see that how you speak to yourself will change. How you speak to yourself will change. All right. And I'm moving to my second point after speaking about burning desire, to what you tell yourself it matters. What you tell yourself it matters. And I will tell you this. Some of us might have heard this before if we have adults here on the live with me, and even maybe some young people might have heard it before. Often we say, whatever you think is what it is. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. And that is so true. And I'm reading again, because this is why I know for some of us, well, those of us who are Christians and of other faiths, you all may have similar background. When you say whatsoever is good, whatsoever is pure, you think on these things. And there's a reason for that, because it generates a positive energy. And when you see yourself in a positive way, you are more than likely to achieve that positive thing. But here, what if you see time, there's something that is not spoken of. We are not taught about this at school. And this is why, if you coach with me, we're going to dive deeper into this and start working on your limiting beliefs and that mindset. Because here's what he's saying again. Our mind makes no attempt to discriminate between destructive thoughts and constructive thoughts. It will urge us to translate into physical reality thoughts of poverty just as quickly as it will influence us to act upon thoughts of riches. And that's deep there. That's just one line, and that's quite deep. So again, whatever you think of, it really comes to full circle in your life. So this is why we have to guard our thoughts, guard our mind, whatever we input. And this is why you find as a child growing up and as an adult seeing children, we tend to be careful about what we are saying, because we know children repeat what is said because there's no discrimination. There's no discrimination in a child from the age of 1 to 7, really, because they're just absorbing everything they hear and see in the environment. And this is why they could dance and talk and walk and put on mommy shoes, because they're all imitating. All right. So our brain become magnetized with the dominating thoughts, which we hold in our minds, and by means with which no man is familiar. These magnets attract to us the forces, the people, the circumstances of the life, which harmonizes with the nature of our dominating thoughts. So this is why sometimes I want you to sit and observe. I want you to sit and observe when you speak to yourself and the thing you keep repeating to yourself consistently. Do they happen in reality? Do they bear fruit? So the thing about it is that we have to change our language. We have to change the way we speak to ourselves. So together with that burning desire, we start to speak to ourselves. We say, we stop saying, "Hi, Josie. Nice to meet you, Mr. Rodriguez. Nice to have you on." Right? I'm sharing this evening about a winning mindset, how to think and grow like a champion. And I'm working with secondary school students, to help them build clarity and confidence and really make those changes in their academic and personal life, performances, and that sort of thing. Right? And I spoke about desire, having a burning desire. Now I'm talking about what you say to yourself. All right. So we want to look at how we speak to ourselves. We want to be in a position where we say, "I am capable of learning and improving." Right? And we call that a growth mindset. It's no longer a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset will say, "I cannot learn, and I cannot improve." But a growth mindset, and the one that you want to carry through in your life, is that I am capable of learning and improving every day. I will pass my exams because I am putting in the work. I refuse to let challenges stop me. And these are the things you want to keep telling yourself. I remember, I did, well, of course, all of us would have done math and English, and I did accounting, and I would not get up from my desk as a teenager until I worked out that math problem. I would not move. I am telling you, I'm going to sit there for 3 and 4 hours until I understood the concept, because I had a burning desire to succeed and I knew I could work it out. I must have been missing 1 or 2 things in that accounting or that math problem. You're not getting those accounts to balance for accounting, and the account must balance. Something is happening wrong. But you know what? I believed that I could have worked it out, and I did not get up from my study table, my desk, until it was done. Let's move to the third point. And this is where you're going to realize, as young people and even adults, professionals, you need to surround yourself with the right people. What do you need to do? Just type that in the chat. 1, have a burning desire. 2, speak positively to myself. And 3, surround myself with the right people. I remember a time a friend said, "Leonie, everybody in your life have a form and a function." Everyone in your life has a function. They have a role to play. And it is important that we put people quota, we know what we want from what we need to have with people. We need to identify who we need to associate with. There are some persons, listen, students, let me tell you something. I had to take a really hard look at who I had in my environment. And as a teenager, don't think that us adults didn't go through some of the things you went through. We would have people, some of the persons within our environment, within our class, some of them might have been doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. Yeah. But you know deep down inside that what they're doing is not correct. And I started asking myself some really tough questions. Are my friends that I have, are they helping me to stay focused? What's the conversation we are carrying on? What type of conversation we are having? Is that conversation helping me? Do they support my goals? Or are they distracting me? And we have friends and people in our midst who distract us. So you want to make sure that you align yourself with the correct people. Let me tell you who I aligned myself with as a teenager. And even as an adult, you have to align yourself in the correct circles. Number one, I aligned myself with my school librarian. Yes. Because that's where I spent my lunchtime. That's where I spent my after school time. Those are important people to help you get that information that you need so that you could pass your exams. I was talking more with my school librarian than some of my classmates. I had a plan. I said, I can't remember her name right now. I said, you know what, I'm coming into the library lunchtime. I want to work on this question, so I need the resources for this book. Do we have access to that? And when I get to the library, my book's waiting for me. After school, I already told her what I'm coming to study, and my newspaper clipping folder is out based on whether I'm looking at crime or looking at a research on teenage pregnancy. Whatever the research was, that folder was there out waiting for me to do my research. That is the kind of people you want at this critical point in your life based on your goals around you. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa, for coming on. Yeah. So the other thing is my teachers. Listen, I went to my teachers. My teachers was another set of people I surrounded myself with. And we are just talking about the people who are in your school, who you want to affiliate with. Because listen, because I had that burning desire to make sure I came out of school after 5 and 7 years with subjects, there was no joking matter where that was concerned. No joking matter. I cut friends like that. Nobody could have influenced me to break class or break school after I had such a burning desire. And trust me, it was interesting. Listen, it could be really tempting to go with your friends, That temptation was great, but I remember that main goal is to make sure I got out of secondary school with my CXC and my A levels. Those things were important. So your circle of friendship is so important. That circle, those people you have around you is so crucial. All right? It's crucial. It's crucial, and don't make no joke about that. Because when we want to achieve a thing, we have to give something to get what we want. And for some of us who probably might have done economics in secondary school, we know that opportunity cost. You give up on one side to gain on the other. You had to give up something to gain something else. And sacrifice is important. It is important. And I can tell you this, as we continue to look at that winning mindset and how to speak and grow like a champion here this evening, I want us to start looking at our challenges as opportunities. Look at our challenges as opportunities for growth. Can I tell you, and I hinted to it earlier on, that I would not have gotten up from my desk until I worked out that accounting problem or that math problem. I was driving it hard, people. Obstacles don't mean that you should quit. I had many obstacles. I had financial obstacles. We had the whole obstacle of whether I have enough textbooks to use. All right. Yes, we have some of the textbooks, but here's what I remember. And the thing is, we see you needed additional resource material when you're home, right? And I remember I didn't have an encyclopedia set in those days, but I had relatives who would have had it. So what did I do? Of course, that is one of the family you would surround yourself with, because you have access to a library at their disposal, at their home. All right. So you deal with that. But I didn't let the fact that I didn't have the research material phase me. It simply means that I needed to push harder. Instead of seeing failure, all right, as a stop sign, I saw it as a lesson. Okay, how am I gonna get through with this? You start looking for solutions. We're not gonna go pity party. We're not gonna feel victim mode. All right, we're not going there at all. All right, and every time I want to share this with you, every single time you struggle with a subject, a topic, a concept, tell yourself, this is my chance to grow and feel better. This is my chance to grow and feel better. And I could tell you, I have had, as a teenager, listen, I remember when I improved in what we call general paper in those days. My teacher told me, Mrs. Sandler said, Leonis, you're doing very well. Keep up the great work. And this was me saying, oh gosh, I'm not doing this well enough. And that's because I was really pushing really hard. So in the comments below, what's one challenge you're currently working to overcome? What's that one challenge you're working on to overcome? Feel free to type it in the chat. Feel free to type it in the chat. So far, we looked at having a burning desire to succeed, right? And I'm sharing with you, and I'm sharing with you that propelled me forward in what I wanted to achieve. Then how you speak to yourself matter. And can I tell you, and I'm just interjecting this here, sometimes we tell ourselves some things, and when somebody else says it to you, it sounds so foolish. Are you gonna let fear control you? So what? Dive into it. Dive into it. And then surround yourself with positive people. People who can help you achieve your goals. We dealt with distractions last week. You feel free to go back and have a look at that video. That's sharing. We have to deal with those distractions. And once we have that burning desire, the distractions will start to fall away. You'll start aligning yourself with the correct people. And then, of course, you want to see your challenges as opportunity. All right, so I'm seeing procrastination as a challenge. Yes, I know about the procrastination. Yes. So I know I have some friends out there in Canada, in Edmonton, tuning in. Hi, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. So here's what. So here's what we're going to do again. All right. We want to shift your mindset. All right. Shifting your mindset is your first step to unlocking your potential. But you don't have to do it alone. You do not have to do it alone. And here's how you can take action today. One, you can book a call with me. All right, I'm going to put it in the link when I'm finished. I'm going to put it in the link so you can always go there. I'm going to put it in the comment afterwards so you can always book a call with me. And of course, feel free to join in subscribe to my YouTube channel, so you're gonna get additional tips and strategies when you follow. All right. So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me here today, this evening. And I trust that, once if this resonates with you, please feel free to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and let's continue to build that winning mindset. All right, because all of us are champions. All of us are champions. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. I am Leonie Tousse. I'm your master life coach and motivational speaker. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye for now.